Video again. I'm doing a little bit early. It's pretty sunny outside, but that's wow. Look at the jet. Anyway, so first of all, I had a good chat with my R1 friend today. Sometimes our chats have been pretty small, but this was a relatively good chat with him, and thank you. I enjoyed it. Good chat. Anyway, let's talk about today. So today was a work day, and I was with the A team, as Mr. Brown would call it. And the very start of the day, he sort of got a little bit huffy and puffy and was like, "Why didn't you go back to Kmart?" As an example, why didn't you go back to Kmart yesterday? It's like, what do you mean? He's like, "Oh, you went to Kmart in the morning, but then we told you we had the order to cut the tree down." I don't know what that means, but we had an order, and you had to go back there again. And I said, "Well, we only went there once." He's like, "Well, that doesn't make sense. You should have gone there twice." And I was like, "Look, I don't know what me to say." Look, I just said, "Look, we only went there once." And I showed him our time docket. We only went to Kmart once. He's like, "Oh, well, what's the deal? What's the B team doing? You're all shit and blah, 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 blah." So, Anyway, so the morning conversation wasn't so great. However, after my soup got in, he talked to Dave and he's like, "You told us not to cut the tree down and we had to wait for the order." And then Brown said, "Oh no, we had the order, you had to cut it." Anyway, so the B team had to go there first thing this morning and cut that tree down. Luckily, I was with the A team. However, that means I did the church run, which is both good and bad. But the day went pretty well. And then he said, "You're going to hop out of the A team's ute and hop in the B team's ute and go with them because you've got to pick up a new contract for the new boss that's going to take over eventually." And I was like, all right. So that's what we done. I left, again, let's say Target as an example, left Target and hopped in the B team's ute. And everything was going alright. However, as soon as I got in the B team's ute, I left my bloody keys in the A team's ute. So I can't even go home if I wanted to. Because my keys are in the other ute. And so anyway, I had to wait around in the shed for a while. However, the good thing is, I had to wait at the shed for a little bit because I had to wait for the new boss to give me my new contract to read over to see if I agree with the contract. And the contract's alright. I'm not happy with fortnightly pay. I don't really like fortnightly pay. I mean, I'll suck it up. I understand why he said fortnightly pay. It's probably better for him than us. But whatever. And I read the contract and I sent him what I thought was right or what I agree, what I disagree with. And I also sent him, I guess, my own contract or whatever to tell him what I like, what I don't like, that I don't work Sundays because of church and things like that. So we'll see what happens. He wants to talk tomorrow about it. Oh, but I skipped over something funny. So, for decades, my mum toots her horn. Toot, 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 as soon as she gets home so people can roll up the roller door or whatever because she's too goddamn lazy to do it herself. Toot, toot, toot. Anyway. It's one of the pet peeves of mine where I'm just like, seriously, you're embarrassing everyone. Stop it. But I was waiting in the shed for Brown, and I heard his car come in the driveway. And at the time, I was talking to my New Zealand mate on the phone. And I went, alright, I can hear Brown coming. I'm going to open the roller doors just by, opening them. But as soon as I got to it, toot, 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 and I instantly stopped what I was doing, went out the door, and started going, "What do you want? What?" I going full wog. I going, "Why are you doing this? What? Can't you just wait? I'm going to unlock the doors. Just fucking wait." And I'm doing this, and I was going full wog. And the boss in the 18 ute was just like, "Ooh, what have we done?" And I think we pissed him off. And I was like, seriously, and then my boss did say something which makes sense. He's like, well, why wasn't the shed doors already open? Which is a valid argument, but then I just said, yeah, because it's bloody hot outside. It's like 32 or 34 or 36 degrees. It's hot. There was no need for them to be open. But then he said, yeah, well, it's hotter inside the shed, so that doesn't make sense. He's got a point there. Anyway, the point is, straight away, open up the door. It's not like, screw you. Anyway, at the end, I guess, I apologised to the boss. I said, look, I'm sorry. It's my pet peeve. You didn't even give me a minute to open up the doors, and you just started tooting and blaring the horn like an asshole. He said, yeah. He said, okay. He said, I apologise. So we both apologised. So it was quite funny. Yeah, that was probably my highlight of the day. It was funny. I just went cranky at the boss. Absolutely cranky at him. And I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. But whatever. He laughed it off. I laughed it off. We all laughed it off. Now I'm home waiting for the new Winterfest DLC to come out. Well, thanks. That's exciting. Yeah. Anyway, hello to everyone, my friends and family. Mostly my family, because I don't think my friends watch this stuff anymore. I think they got bored of it, which is completely understandable. To be fair, I don't even think much of my family watch these anymore. It's mostly just me and a bunch of random YouTubers, which piss off. They're not for you. But they are on YouTube, so I can't really argue that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all. I think I might play World of Tanks, or I will play World of Tanks. I'll watch a movie. I already watched my Christmas movie for the day. I watch one Christmas movie every day, so I might even watch another one, because it's pretty early. It's 5 o'clock, it's 1700, so yeah. Anyway, bye. I'll update myself tomorrow.